It's high mid, but taking a look here at Reunited, their defense rolling out here, it's going to be Unfixed on the Roadhog, Volataja on McCree, Morte on the Mercy, Winghaven on Reinhardt, Cruz on Lucio, and Too Easy on Widowmaker.
Yeah, offense is going to run Tailspin on Pharah. Again, Internet Hulk, of course, is going to be the lone Winston, Harry Hook. Nabridgebup is going to be Lucio. Chipsogen will be Mercy. Taimu on the offensive Widow. Coco makes Internet Hulk not lonely on that Winston. We have 2 primates on the field for offense.
I have to respect Reunited going for the organic one hero limit.
Let's get a move.
Definitely.
The organic one hero.
Mm-hmm.
Sticking to their principles, but looking at Too Easy here. Too Easy in the back, not the most complex Widow. Usually Widows will take the high ground. He's just, staying in the fray going, you know what, maybe they expect me on top of the archway, which is entirely possible. In fact, he's looking for the flank here. He's looking for either Taimu, Tailspin, or anyone else that might come in over the top.
Unfixed is waiting for Tailspin to try to come over the top as the Roadhog. He is looking for that hook, although no one came over the top.
No one came over the top. They just came in through the middle. Tailspin now has gotten to the back line through the front door. Now laying in shots on the Too Easy. Too Easy having the run for his life. Still, though, the defense getting 2 quick kills. Both Winstons are down for Envy. So the defense of Reunited hanging in there. Tailspin, though, almost takes out Too Easy. Has to reload in an opportune time. And Reunited, good defense there. Big hook coming in there from Unfixed. Takes out Chipsogen, and Reunited holding firm.
It was all on the combo to really try to carry that after the first 2 deaths, but they were all alone back there, and Mercy and Pharah are very good together, but not when 4 people on the opposing team are focusing you down. That completely failed first push there. The cart did make some progress, but it doesn't really matter. They're going to have to win this courtyard fight.
All right, here comes Envy, not wasting any time. Winston's leaping in. Tailspin now on the McCree. Unfixed, able to take out Coco immediately with the Roadhog. Earthshatter coming down from Winghaven, charging in, setting up a huge amount of kills, but look at the resurrection coming from Chips. EnVyUs is not out of this yet. They're being super aggressive off of that resurrection. Taimu able to take out Too Easy, and the payload is moving. That was an MVP res from Chipsogen.
Yeah, they were ninja the cart, alpha the res, and kill everyone. Yeah, Chipsogen, huge part the reason why they got there. I do have to say, though, I am really liking the pick from Unfit on the Roadhog. I think Roadhog, has problems based on hitbox, and it's the reason why he's not played so much at a high level. But he is a decent option to counter Double Winston, except Reunited not going to do that. They're going to go in for Double Winston.
Too Easy and Taimu bloodying each other there. And I'll say the one thing that's wrong with Roadhog too, Roadhog feeds the other team a little bit too much ult, so there's sort of a passive penalty. But we do have the next fight going in here. Both teams getting at it. Both Winstons on top, able to take out Volataja, and Envy now with a little bit of renewed vim and vigor as they move in. Too Easy having the run for his life. Both Winstons charging in on him. He is able to get out of there, but you look at Envy's approach here thus far, they're moving the payload with ease. And Reunited, you have to stop them, but that might be what they need. Unfixed, able to take out Chips. There will be no res here for Envy, as Tailspin, trying to be the hero, had 2 kills, is looking for a 3rd. Unfixed, though, able to stop it. And as a result, Reunited will be able to stop the progress of the payload, at least for now.
My ultimate is charging.
Yeah, Taimu gets a pick back on Too Easy, but it's a little too late there. He had his wall hacks up, too, so those are going to be down for a while. Envy is in a decent position when it comes to ultimates, though, so they might be able to get this push going here, but the defense definitely in a more stable position now.
They do have mirror counts right now.
Yeah.
So whoever is better team wins.
They're moving in. Tailspin getting that early poke in. Winston going right in on him, but he doesn't care. He stuns him point blank, lands a fan the hammer, takes out Winghaven, but Volataja also on McCree over the top. Great positioning, able to take out Tail. Internet trying to eliminate that, and Primal Rage will put Volataja in a bit of a bind. And Envy now starting to turn this in their favor. It wasn't a bad defense coming out from Reunited, but overall, after that resurrection, the tide has turned. Envy is pushing forward, and barring some real heroics by Reunited, they should be able to get this checkpoint.
Taimu goes off, takes out Too Easy, takes out Winghaven. Coco follows up and takes down Cruz. That kill feed is all in favor of EnVyUs right now.
I mean, the Winstons were super aggressive. Tail was landing shot for shot, and in the back was Taimu with the Widowmaker support, and Reunited just got rolled through there, and now they need to re-solidify here in the last point, as at the moment, Envy is in the progress of saying a really fast time.
And Tailspin is totally McCreeped up. He is up here waiting for a high noon flank.
They're coming in here Too Easy with the defensive sound barrier, supporting him, moving in as McCree. Winghaven was able to take out Taimu. 2 kills here for Reunited. The resurrection from Chips, though, this is going to turn the tide quite a bit as Tailspin again getting the double kill, moving forward, makes it a triple. Tailspin is going absolutely crazy on McCree with the Deadeye, makes it a quad. Tailspin going absolutely crazy. Taimu with some support in the back, and this is all in Envy's favor right now.
The last bit of hope is Winghaven is alive. He pops Primal Rage. He's going to buy a little bit of time, enough time for 2Easy and Morte at least come by Tracer. You can measure desperation by Tracers and Divas. 2 Tracers and a Diva on the field.
Yep, Tailspin going to take out Cruz. He cannot be stopped right now. I feel like he's leveled up his McCree play over the course of the day. Another Deadeye kill. Is he going to kill this Winston as well? No, Winston Primal Rages buys himself a little bit of time, and I'll say this much, despite Envy with the huge kill lead, C9's been doing quite an admirable job in stalling this out. The cart really has not moved at all in the last 30 seconds, despite Envy just dominating the kill feed.
Yeah, and Reunited has stalled it out enough to get 1 point off. So even
Yeah,
though
no gold medal.
yeah, I mean that's really what they wanted to do with Tracer. I mean, because this is the inevitable. Like, it is good. The game is going to end shortly. It's just how much time they do.
Well, they actually might have a chance to bring this back because Chipsogen did die early to one of the Tracers. Now they did buy themselves a time where there's no resurrection is going to be up. They are going to stall out still. If they keep getting picks like that and keep killing Chips, it's going to be good. But they don't have any answer for Timer right now.
No, Timer's just on top. I mean, that's the Widow dream, staying on top, able to snipe where you want. He wasn't quite able to get the Tracer at the end, but some good shots nonetheless, and that is going to be 2 points to EnVyUs.
Play of the game.
Yeah, this was the. I think this is probably the first point.
It had to be. I mean, this was an incredible resurrection. It really saved it. Was it a 5 res? It was a 4 res, but it certainly won Envy the fight, and really well played by Chips.
It's all about prioritizing killing the support. Killed the whole team. It didn't matter. They probably. I think he was hidden behind the payload. I think Chipsogen fell, and Mercy they didn't see it. They killed everyone else. That's why he was able to get that, and they pretty much won the map off that.
I mean, there's that old Nerf Now comic that has a medic and I think a soldier, and it says, kill the medic first, and that holds true for almost every game. Heroes of the Storm, it's make sure you dive the Morales. You have to kill the Mercy in these fights. The teams that prioritize and kill the Mercy the best, and it's been true all day through this tournament, are the teams that win matches, and that's why top-tier teams with good evasive Mercies always find success.
That was an old Penny Arcade comic back in the day, one of their good ones. Back when Penny Arcade, of course, is huge today, but you think about their prime where they really started getting a huge amount of popularity, and that was sort of at the height of it. That comic, though, was absolutely spot on. It'd be cool if they made it sort of an Overwatch version of that later on. It's like, this person in the back, kill her! Because you don't kill someone like Chipsogen in that situation, he will punish you terribly with the 4-person res.
Well, we saw even, you know, when Cloud9 looked bad, it was because Adam died a couple times, and he hadn't died really all day. So if you can't kill the Mercy, then you have to kill the team twice.
I think they did just make a comic. I'm not sure if it was then, but I did just see one about people complaining about not being rezzed.
I saw that.
And then the Mercy getting killed. Yeah, I think it is Penny Arcade. So they have similar lesson.
Alright, so on defense here, they are going to run a Symmetra, and it's not going to be Internet Hulk, it's instead going to be Harry Hook. I call him the Bridge Buff because that's what his name was early on. I'm not giving that up. Timu's going to play the defensive Widow. Tailspin, rocking the defensive Junk. Let's see what work can get done there. Chips on that Mercy, Internet Hulk on McCree, Coco on Reinhardt. So to Slasher's delight, an organic hero limit of single heroes.
Now, I think that's the right decision to make, because if you put Internet Hulk on Symmetra, then Harry Hook really cannot play McCree at a competent level like that. So it sticks them in a 3 support setup, and this allows them to at least still have triple DPS and have Harry on Symmetra.
All right, and there we go. The starting bell is rung. The attack time is on the way. And we're going to be watching 2Easy and Taimu here as the Widow duel is on. We've been seeing a lot of great Widow duels all day. And oftentimes, if you can pick off the other Widow early on, it really is a good omen for your team in winning the next fight. So 2Easy right now taking it easy.
Dorado fights. Very bloodless openings here.
I think teams just don't like fighting in situations where it doesn't help them, and the defense doesn't want to go too far out, and the offense doesn't want to be too aggressive, and you sort of have both teams jockeying for positioning, and then when they think they have an opportunity, they go in hard. 2Easy right now on the flank, looking for any sort of pickoff here. It's certainly mindful of Taimu more than anyone else. Taimu, of course, looking to pick off 2Easy. And there's a lot of respect that both these players have for each other. You just look at how they're playing around each other. Internet Hulk and Tailspin, though, able to strike first blood, getting a kill each. Morte is down. No resurrection will be on the way. And this might be a bit of a failed push here for Reunited. We'll find out in just a moment.
Yeah, and you see the response is when the opposing Mercy dies, Chips feels absolutely free to bring up 1-2 heroes. You don't have to wait for those giant reses. By the time that their Mercy comes up, Chips is going to have res again. He's at 65%. He just used it. He's at 80%. Just used it.
And now with the teleporter up for Envy, Reunited is going to have to expend some energy finding it and killing it and even diving even if it costs them one or two players' lives. Because, you know, as we've seen, you can have full team wipes, but if the teleporter is up enough, and because the cart isn't far enough to the second checkpoint, they can't just win the team fight and take it.
All right, Winghaven now moving up. He's looking for his opportunity to drop an Earth Shatter, but no, it's not going to happen. Harry Hook able to get the killing blow. And now down to Reinhardt. Reunited has to think very hard if they really want to continue pressing this or not.
Yeah, they've got that telly. They've got everything going for them, really, on this defense. A ton of ults. I think we're going to see a lot of Qs pressed, but no, it's not going to happen now because Timey just takes out Morte.
Volataja, though, immediately striking back, landing the headshots on the Taimu, able to get that pick off, and as a result now, Reunited might have a chance to get through here. I mean, the teleporter is going to bring him back sooner rather than later, and he is a Widowmaker, so he has longer range. But still, not a bad opening here for Reunited.
No, but I really think the teleporter completely nullifies any of these picks, so they're going to have to do that. That's another good pick, though. They're going to need to do the one more
making
time.
the case. Now Reunited, they know it's going to be a little bit till Taimu is back. Offensive sound barrier is out. The Earth Shatter from the defense does not land, and Winghaven still holding on to his. This could be huge. He's moving in. Crunches Mercy, somehow got it. Not able to land the Earth Shatter, though. Tailspin takes him out, and Tailspin now in the back being the hero as people come in off the teleporter.
Kills Taimu again, so he's killed Taimu 3 times in the last minute, but they still haven't found the teleporter, and Chips gets through reses too, and now they're probably have a pretty good chance of pushing Reunited back.
I gotta say, given that Sui's, I'm surprised he hasn't taunted in chat yet, something like to the tune of 3-0, but I would not count Taimu out yet. Every pick for 2easy versus Taimu is going to be hard fought, and vice versa. And
but they need to go full bore here. They're kind of getting picks and then kind of dancing around. They did the sound barrier and didn't super hard initiate off it. They got a pick again, but everyone's coming in through this teleporter. If you don't go 100% to try to get a team like this, they're just going to keep reinforcing. And especially you get a Mercy back through there, resurrects even off the teleporter. They need to be more aggressive when they're getting good picks, knowing that they're facing a symmetric defense.
If Reunited had flanked one time around the right side, they would have instantly saw the teleporter and killed it. But they have not tried to go once.
So looking here, Unfix coming over the flank. He has a Graviton at the ready. Reunited does not want to get stalled out here. Envy putting up a very, very formidable defense here so far. Unfix moving in. Graviton should be coming out here in just a moment. Graviton not coming out just yet. He's holding on. 2easy was able to pick Coco. Gets Taimu. 2easy trying to put the team on his back here. Got the double kill with Widow. Graviton coming out. Did that Graviton even get anyone? No, it did not. And the tire went into him then, but I don't even think it affects the tire. Still, though, this is not a bad push coming out from the side of Reunited. They have gotten the picks they need, but looking at this, Envy's still in this.
Morte with the res, though.
We see Internet Hulk in the back looking to kill Volataja. Volataja, though, winning the McCree battle, has the Deadeye. Deadeye going to come out. It is high noon. Will he be able to get the pickoffs? He does get one, adds damage onto another, and Reunited might be slowly willing themselves to the checkpoint. But Envy is not made. He's in. Chips coming in. A huge resurrection from Chipshagen. But it might not be enough. Reunited just in way too good position to counter that res.
Yeah, apparently their strategy was just to kill them enough so that they used all the teleporter charges. Because the teleporter was finally down there after the fight because they just gone through it too many times. And nothing that Envy did took down that teleporter, or nothing that rather Reunited did took down that teleporter. But eventually ran out of charges. They kind of the game of attrition, getting enough kills so that the reinforcements had to come through it enough. And now they're finally able to take this point.
I mean,
so 2easy had something to the tune of like a 4-0 streak against Taimu. Taimu finally evening the score a little bit there, was able to take him out. Now we'll see just how Envy plans to hold the streaks phase of Dorado.
I mean, as bad as good of a defense you want from that teleporter.
Morte going down, Taimu with the good flicks, able to take him out, looking for more if he can get it. Reunited a little bit staggered on this push, and Volataja taking him out again. Volataja's long-range McCree game has been on point, but speaking of McCree's, Tailspin with a double kill of his own, absolutely wreaking havoc, takes out Volataja himself.
You know,
And I gotta say, it's been sort of the sleeper in the series, but Tailspin's McCree has been just phenomenal.
An uncharacteristically quiet day out of Volatage's McCree. I'm used to watching him hit 3Ks, 4Ks, and maybe it's just the coordination's not there, or maybe the meta shifted or something. Voltage hasn't had the games I expect out of him.
Winghaven right now coming in, looking to drop an Earthshatter. They need something quick here because time again is not going to be on Reunited's side. They really only have about 2 pushes left to get to this checkpoint, so they need to make something happen here. Winghaven holding that Earthshatter, should be dropping in here in a moment. Sound barrier is down, speed boost will be up in a second. But the sound barrier not getting as much value as they want here. Voltage at least kills Taimu with it. We'll see if they can get more. Tailspin, though, striking right back, and now sound barrier is down. Tailspin, though, eats the fire strike. Winghaven swinging the hammer, picks up another kill. Can he get more? Earthshatter going to be on the way after this res. There it is, knocking them down. Winghaven, some excellent play there.
Now, Reunited is playing 6-on-5 right now. Coco was disconnected for the entirety of that team fight. It looks like he has rejoined the game now. But that was enough for Reunited to win that whole fight and push his card. So, you know, we won't know, but that was huge to lose one of their main tanks, that fight.
Yeah, they're only
to have a good time, yeah.
Yeah, Reunited definitely took advantage of the power play, but it was good play nonetheless. Definitely Winghaven with some good Reinhardt action there. But yeah, I mean, definitely hurts EnVyUs quite a bit. Envy still needs a hold for 1 more minute if they don't want Reunited to tie them up here on this map. The time for silver medal is a time under 8 minutes, and they have about 50 seconds left to do that.
Yeah, Taimu comes up on the Reaper, immediately pays dividends. He takes down Cruz, Coco, and Internet Hawk. Team up, take down Unfix and Voltage. They force out a res.
And look at that, Envy going off, Tailspin with the double kill. Almost makes that triple at the 8 of Taimu and Internet Hawk, and that is a almost full team wipe for Envy, and they just came in force.
That kill feed was 9-0, including the resurrection that came up in the middle of it too. They just went absolutely nuts. Coco reconnected. He's got Earthshatter up. Taimu did a ton of damage. He's, you know, 2/3 of the way to Death Blossom right now. They're at the ultimate advantage. A surprisingly good hold, and like you said, they only have to hold a couple more minutes to make sure that this score does not go against them.
Well,
now they can safely say that they will be ahead now. They have passed the 8-minute point. So Envy is in good shape. They will be leading 2-1 at the conclusion of this map. No matter, or 2 points to a minimum of 1 at the end. It could be 2-0. We'll see what happens here. Voltage with the Deadeye, and he just gets taken out by Tailspin. And Tailspin over the top with, oh my goodness, the Deadeye. Tailspin with the 4K over the top. Absolute demolition there, aided by the Earthshatter from Coco.
Yeah, Coco was mad he got disconnected. He's come back with a vengeance.
I think they've gotten 16, 17 frags in a row now. Maybe only 2 deaths in these last 3 team fights. Now they definitely do have the ult advantage. Harry Hook will have sound barrier most likely at the same time. Cruz has a little bit of an opportunity to do it right now and to initiate, but he doesn't. Well, Harry Hook's going to have it now. So now it's really Reunited doesn't have a strong advantage.
All right, let's take a look at Taimu going in, has the death blast. We haven't seen much of this today. Going in, gets Voltage, deals a lot of damage in the process. Cruz right now leaping for his life in the corner, not going to live, but too easy fighting right back. Big res coming up for Chips. Big res coming for Reunited. The fight is effectively reset. And Internet Hawk and Tailspin going in deep. Voltage, though, will be taking out Tailspin in the end. Very back and forth by both teams, very even, right down to the resurrections coming out. It does look like EnVyUs has a slight edge as this plays out. Still could go either way. And Unfixed, I gotta say, his Genji play here pretty good in this fight. And he's about to have a Dragon Blade to supplement it.
Genji has to do something soon. There's only 15 seconds. He's going to run back to his team. He doesn't want to die before he gets back to his team. They're trying to go for him. And Chip just dies. Yeah, so there's an opportunity here. Unfixed gets 1. He still has his ult. They have a chance of getting a full team wipe with Genji ult right now.
Here comes the Dragon Blade. He's moving in, slicing and dicing. Has to watch out for the stun. And no, he gets taken out by Coco. The charge was too strong. 3 kills here for Envy. They're on the verge of finishing this out with a full hold. Overtime quickly slipping away. And there it is. EnVyUs with the full hold. A 2-0 lead going into map 2.
Coco said, no, I'm back on the server. You are not killing anyone.
The only time I mean, the only time they really looked like they struggled was when they only had 5 players. Yeah, I know that feel, but their first point defense was exceptional. I mean, aided by the fact that Reunited decided they didn't know what a teleporter was. And then, you know, once they got set up again and Coco rejoined the server, they dominated holding that last point too.
Tailspin going off. Everyone put your NA American flags in chat.
Go, good.
for the definitely North American.
He's the
team
only
that
North
has
American
won
player in
North America.
EnVyUs now. The rest of them have moved to North America
What are you
from
talking
Europe,
about,
but
ZP?
we know what their roots are.
No, ZP,
NA
they've all moved to North America, and we have one person on the team that definitely means they're a North American team.
Oh, okay, you know what?
100.
Their home base of operations is NA.
100%.
Fine.
Yes.
He's got a point. He's got a very valid point.
Yes, go NA. We've done it again.
So for those who cannot tell, Slasher biased towards the NA region. You could say it's patriotic. You could call me a turncoat. I try being neutrality, but I guess that's not very American. But we'll go from there. X, you want to weigh in on this?
I'm Switzerland, man. Neutral.
All right, so we're both neutral, and Slasher's the one with the hometown bias. But no, jokes aside, whatnot, it is good to see Envy adapt to their move pretty well here, because a lot of them I think are actually jet lagged as they come in.
It's good to see Envy in the North American region. I've for a long time said EU is just a deeper, better, stronger region. They have been since the day that the closed beta came out. It's always been EU being stronger overall, and now we get a little more blood in the North American region. Now, we'll see who rises up as the game just released to the general public, so we'll see how everything changes, and I imagine it will. We'll see some new teams, but it's good to have a team that can face against Cloud9, give them really challenging games, and really kind of revitalize the region as we do start seeing more just North American lands and European lands. It's good to have EnVyUs here. I've loved IDDQD since they were on just Europe, and why wouldn't you? They were dominant. They're cool guys. I've spoken with all these guys. It's good to have them in America. I think it's good for the game and the scene overall.
You got to understand,
right, so
the thing is, look, the StarCraft scene, Violet and Colt, super American now. We have brought them in. Counter-Strike, Simple was as American as you could for about 4 months, okay? Definitely American, no longer American now because he's not on Milkwood anymore, but he was super American then. Bjergsen, Froggen, definitely American. If Faker came to play at SKT, got signed a contract tomorrow for some North American team, he is instantly American. So EnVyUs are now all honorary Americans as our new NA team. If Complexity in Dota can be NA Dota with 2/5 of their team being there, we could do it with 1/6. Where's the limit? There's no limit. We could be any number of percentage.
You can be anything.
I love Colt and StarCraft.
Anyone else get Zombocom flashbacks?
You just need one player, and Tailspin is that man.
Tailspin has been the man of the hour. I mean, he's had some phenomenal plays. I think the biggest 4 to 5 kills that we've seen today have come off Tailspin, both on Pharah and McCree. I mean, certainly Sure4 absolutely went off earlier today as well, but Tailspin has had some just absolutely gifable moments. All right, so here we go. We are moving into Hollywood, not wasting any time here. Map number 2 of our losers finals. This is the Alienware Monthly Melee, brought to you by Alienware and Curse. Definitely check them out, and here we go.
So we're gonna have Reunited on defense. First off, I think Widow would be smart coming out from Too Easy, probably Symmetra. They like to run that a lot. They like to actually do Zenyatta on D here too. So that wouldn't be surprising to me. I think we're going to see Widow, McCree, Symmetra, Lucio, either Mercy or Zen, and then Ryan should be, and then Standard. And then maybe a Junkrat as the flex. But I would think McCree and Widow would hold it down, but maybe they'll have a triple DPS.
Well, they're definitely running the Symmetra. That is, for sure. Kind of odd to see Too Easy running the Symmetra, which somewhat dashes their hopes that they're going to run a defensive Widowmaker for sure. They don't really... Well, if they run Widow, it's always Too Easy on Widow. I mean, I'm sure Unfixed could probably play it. He can play anything, but they were definitely not switching into a Widow anytime soon as Too Easy's running that Symmetra. Balotaja has been quiet on McCree, but he can go off at any time. Morte will be playing Mercy. Cruz on Lucio. Winghaven on Reinhardt. Unfixed on the defensive Junkrat.
All right, taking a look here at the offense coming out. Tailspin going to be running his luck here on Pharah. There's no defensive Widow to deal with him, so it could be a good pick. Coco on a Diva of all things. Gonna be interested to see if he actually keeps that. Harry Hook on the Lucio, Chips on Mercy, Internet Hulk on Zarya, and Taimu rounding things out on the McCree. And Coco is staying diva, so this is definitely a look that we haven't really seen too much before on Hollywood.
Compositionally, I really like EnVyUs here. I think Tailspin's gonna have a field day.
Tailspin not wasting any time. They're being hyper aggressive. No time wasted here from Envy. They're just going straight in. Tailspin looking again. Mercy need to land one more rocket. Had the reload. Mercy getting away for now. It's 3 kills here for Reunited. Voltaja going off. I think he heard you, Hex, because he's on the verge of a 3K. Not quite able to finish off Tailspin here, but still a good defensive showing nonetheless. As Coco, one of the last ones remaining. Mech is broken. She goes down. And Voltaja showing up in force.
Too easy hit teleporter. It's been 30 seconds into the game, and it's already going to be kind of rough now. And that was a good move, I think. I like the aggressiveness coming out from Envy, but because of that, they just fed like 3 ults to Envy, including to Reunited, including teleporter, and that's going to make their lives hard.
All right, here comes Tailspin in over the top again, looking for those fair pickoffs if he can get them. Still has to be mindful of the McCree not landing the rockets he really needs to here. Just a beautiful mid-air shot on the Junkrat. Junkrat went into the air and paid for it. Didn't quite die from it, but still, the pressure is real. Both teams still at full HP, so... And down goes Junkrat finally. Tailspin able to finish off the kill, and now Envy can be very, very aggressive here. Taimu on the Wing Haven. Deadeye is now in progress. This is going to zone people out the worst, kill a bunch of people at the best, and it's going to kill 2 people.
Kills them off the resurrection too. It's great timing. They're really getting the better part of this fight so far. All the balls in their favor. Chips just has to stay alive, and they have this locked up.
The interesting thing, though, is that the defense of Reunited holding firm. They do have the teleporter reinforcements coming in. This is not a fully won fight at all for Reunited or for EnVyUs, but EnVyUs now, time with the extra 2 kills, and might be heading in that direction. Teleporter is still up. It's got to be close to half charges, and a barrage over the top from Tailspin. That should seal the deal here on point A.
And now, unfortunately, because the teleporter, they're going to get trapped because the point's going to be capped right now. And just as we talked about the last, like, 3 games, some people are going to spawn all the way back at the second spawn, which is so far back for Reunited that it's going to make their defense a little bit harder to set up.
All of EnVyUs is on fire. Tailspin at a huge rocket onto Voltaja, knocks him off the rooftop, so they're going to take the rooftops very early on here. Internet Hulk has his Graviton up. Can we see an effective Graviton tonight?
No, we saw a good Graviton earlier. There was one good Graviton. I even called out and said, Hex, are you happy now? Kai got it.
Not enough.
Fair enough. We do have the Deadeye coming from Taimu. Taimu not able to connect on it just yet. Both teams trading off kills here on top of the payload. Winston's leaping in here for Reunited. And really back and forth, both teams getting their shots in, but a big resurrection for Forte. Gotta bring up most of those fallen heroes. Winghaven could drop the Earth Shatter at any given moment. Just waiting to see what Coco does. Swing the hammer, might just kill Coco outright with it. Will do just that. And even though he could Earth Shatter Taimu, probably won't here. Reunited should be able to finish the rest of this out.
Pretty good holder. Voltaja has definitely woken up. He's getting not only kills, but crucial kills. He took out Tailspin up top, chipped in on taking down Chipsogen as well, and now their defense is in a great position. They've got Earth Shatter up, now off, and they've got the high grounds. So unless they take an elevator up, they're going to have to find a way to fight a team that has a very good positional advantage on them.
Look at the Deadeye here coming out from Unfixed. Unfixed, getting a lot of skulls, is able to take out Harry Hook. Looking for Tailspin. Tailspin able to avoid that flashbang. Almost goes down to the left click. Coming back over is Tail. And Coco going to take out Unfixed there with the big shoulder charge. Note the Tailspin is still alive here in this fight. Going to have Deadeye soon. Will go down to Voltaja. Voltaja cleaning out the back line. Got to the back, got the double kill. And Reunited making things very, very rough on EnVyUs here so far on Hollywood.
Well, I kind of expected, it is double cream versus double McCree now, but I kind of do expect the Widow change eventually. It doesn't seem like this would be the opportunity for Taimu to do it. It doesn't seem like he wants to. Tailspin's actually going to go to Pharah instead. He did have McCree ult, decides to go off, and Reunited has the ult advantage, so they probably should have
They're on the elevator, but this is kind of coming to crunch him off the elevator. Voltaja cleans up.
Voltaja got a double kill there, and it was absolutely beautiful. Internet Hulk still in it, gets Voltaja down, but overall, flow of the fight very much in favor of Reunited. And I'll note, by the way, Tailspin is back on Pharah now. after not really liking what's going on with McCree. We'll see if that is the right move. He's still going to have to deal with the double McCree's here. And, you know, Hex, I think you woke the beast. You're talking about Voltage not really doing much. He has had himself a game here on Hollywood.
I can't believe that they offensively decided that that was how they wanted to attack, that they were going to ride the elevator up to the rooftop and take roofs, that they all decided that was a good idea.
We do have a Deadeye coming out here from Taimu. More of a zone Deadeye more than anything else, as both Winstons now leaping in over the top, trying to evict REUNITED from their perch as a gigantic charge comes in from the defensive Reinhardt. I don't think it actually killed Winston just yet. In fact, Winghaven's still somehow alive. I don't know how. He went so deep. Finally, he goes down as Internet Hulk picks up double kill. Taimu going in, but a big resurrection coming in from Morte. This fight is not over yet. Taimu right now in the back looking for a few extra pickoffs. Earthshatter coming down from the defense. Winghaven not getting the value he was quite looking for there. And Tailspin now over the top with the barrage picks up the double.
That should be point for them.
Yeah, they should be able to get this checkpoint. There's not enough time. REUNITED to get off this respawn.
Surprised they're not moving a little bit forward just to block this door out. I guess Tailspin with his rocket spam is doing just that. There's really no need to, you know, risk a tank out there as Tailspin can just shoot damage booster rockets, same effect.
All right, we see REUNITED now trying to stabilize a bit here. Tailspin coming in over the top. Won't have barrage for a while. Look at people that do have ult up right now. Taimu does have a Deadeye up. Should be channeling it soon. Coco takes out Voltage. That is a huge pick with how Voltage has been playing here this game. And oh no, that should have been a pick off there for Unfixed. Unfixed, though, not able to complete it and gets punished immediately. 3 kills here now for the Envy side. And they have all of them in the world with them right now.
They can be super aggressive too. They know that they just took down Morte. Unfortunately, there's not really in a great position to be super aggressive here, but they're going to have Resurrection available to them while defense does not. Valutaja caught out by Tailspin.
Yeah, that was a huge pickoff. Voltage going down. And now, worth noting here, we haven't talked about too much, but 2EZ is on Roadhog. That switch up came a little sooner. Kudo, I am casting! Darn it! But 2EZ coming in, looking for a hook here if you can get it. Going to do the Roadhog ultimate. Gets knocked down immediately though, which will interrupt it. Lost about 50% charge, but Envy still going in, getting the pickles. Taimu on the double kill. Resurrection is up, and this should be a cap for Envy.
Yeah, REUNITED not able to make it through, and Tailspin doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, as soon as he went back on Pharaoh to take those rooftops, I mean, obviously, riding the elevators up to the rooftops is not an ideal thing. And they tried it, they got absolutely wrecked by it. And then they decided, hey, why don't we get a hero with a jump pad? We'll go on these roofs, we'll shoot rockets at people, and then we'll let our ground forces do ground force things. And that's what got them this point. Look at this, just swinging the hammer, wrecking it, and then, yeah, they didn't really slow down after that point.
2EZ elected to go Winston on that map on second point instead of going Widow, either first or second point. I mean, getting who was Symmetra, of course. But I have to kind of wonder now, watching REUNITED play a little bit and seeing like Cloud9 and even this Envy team, and I would say Rogue, be very effective at switching. There doesn't seem to be Unfixed nor Voltage ever really go Widow on that team. So if 2EZ wants to do something else like Winston or play Symmetra on D, they don't have a Widow to go with that. And I think that's really limiting their comps, and at times where they're not able to put up the type of, if they want him to flex, there's not someone else to take up that role.
I brought this up earlier that I love REUNITED and I tabled it this way, but I very much worry about them as Overwatch becomes more about having a lot of heroes at your disposal. Valutaja almost only plays McCree. Winghaven almost only plays Reinhardt. Cruz only plays Lucio. They don't have the heroes in their bag. And as good as 2EZ and Unfixed are at switching heroes, and they're some of the best at them, they're both very flexible. They're really the only 2 people on the roster who can switch heroes. And it's actually one of the rumors of why they had trouble filling out the roster earlier this year when they were having problems. Because they're unflexible on what they're going to switch to. Morte really only runs Mercy too. They don't have the flexibility that a lot of other teams have, and as compositions and meta changes, it might hurt them.
All right, so here we go. The defense is rolling out here for the Envy side. They were using multiple Lucios to speed boost out their team. Very often just to get people in the right position. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to have Taimu here on the Widowmaker, Internet Hulk on the McCree, Coco on Reinhardt, Tailspin on the defensive Junkrat, Harry Hook on Symmetra, and Chips on a Lucio.
Last one is switch to Mercy, which I think is probably the right move here.
sit around knowing there's someone out there.
Yeah, I think Chips, you know, he knows that playing Mercy is the smarter move. I think in his heart of hearts, he wishes Zen would come back in the meta. Chips, top tier Zen player.
Yeah, I kind of miss the days where we saw Chips on Zen all the time, but, you know, that era has passed. But certainly his Mercy play has been a joy to watch here tonight.
Now, Tailspin was able to get in on Widow. Is Unfit's going to have that same success?
Taimu going off, starting things off with a bang, gets a double kill, looking for more, could very well get more. And really, Reunited has to run for their life here. He gets unfixed, a beautiful shot to get him in the back. So Taimu making his mark, and you don't usually see a defense go this far aggro here in Hollywood, but there you have it.
Yeah, I don't think they were expecting it. I think they just kind of walked out blindly out of spawn, did not expect a damage boosted Widow to crush them, and now they're going to slowly fall back a little bit. Tailspin's going to try to get some damage. Wait, fire strikes all down.
That's actually a huge kill. So there is an opportunity now to do something. Now, they have wall hacks on them. That's going to go away in a few seconds.
Tailspin was able to get that Junkrat pick off, and Junkrat, it's one of those things where it's sort of feast or famine, but oftentimes Junkrat can be evasive. You can get a lot of poke down here in the choke point, lots of splash, hits the entire team as Taimu gets another pick off. So the defense of EnVy holding relatively strong right now. Taimu taking out too easy. Somebody please stop Taimu. They need to get a counter sniper up stat. And look at this, the tire coming up from the Tailspin. Oh no, not this again. Not the tire that has issues. Goes in, takes out Mercy, almost gets shot down by Mercy.
I mean,
That's been a thing in this tournament, fail tires, where they, you know, don't quite do what they want to do. Let's get just die.
Taimu's going to have wall hacks up again, and really they have to have an answer for Taimu. We've seen this before. An unanswered Widow on defense can own a map.
Yeah, I think it was a match we saw with SG1 where Mafu was on the top and there was no answer. I think it was SG1 versus Anox, and Mafu just sort of had a dinner up there. You can't leave a Widow alone. And Earthshatter comes down, knocks down 3 people. Coco going in deep, might end up dying in the end. Winston in the back, unfixed with no HP. And Reunited making most of that despite the multiple knockdown. Taimu is the last one remaining. No resurrection is coming up. Taimu versus the world versus literally 6 people. As good as Taimu's been this match, I don't think this is going to work out well for him.
Well, the teleporter is up. They are going to trickle back in on this. I think they should leave. I think they should not come in and fight this. They're going to. Coco does stall out the point wing. Chips is going to follow him in. Going to res up Taimu, give his life for it, and this is his mistake.
This would be the 3rd time we've seen it here today. If Reunited is able to wipe them out concretely and get to the second part of Hollywood quick,
no if. They're going to kill it. They're going to wipe them out.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that a lot today where I think teams just sort of have to cut their losses on Hollywood point A and just work on their second point defense, because now Reunited is going to have a whole lot of momentum going into the streets phase of Hollywood.
I mean, maybe teams don't think it's as big of a deal as we do. I don't know.
One saving grace is that because Harry Hook lasted just enough at the end, it did allow pretty much the entire team except for one player to respawn at the closest spot.
Knowing that they can really
Graviton is out, grabs 2 people in it. Reinhardt, though, able to...
3 seconds earlier, then there's nowhere near Reunited is. EnVy is nowhere near where they are on D.
Yeah, they're able to mount a decent defense now, so I think teams are just knowing that they can really
Graviton is out, grabs 2 people in it. Reinhardt, though, able to shield off the worst of it, and Graviton just not getting as much as they want. Voltage, though, did take out Tailspin in the interlude. Internet Hulk, though, striking right back, 5v5, and not bad positioning here for the side of EnVy, as Internet Hulk picking people off as McCree with the aid and assistance of his Reinhardt going in, big flashbang, takes out Voltage, stunned 2 people out of that, will go down to the Hammer of Winghaven, but Internet Hulk definitely getting some work in there.
Yeah, I'd be the first to mock that Graviton, but what he was trying to do was really cool. They were on the rooftop, he was trying to pull them off the rooftop, which Graviton will do. It looked bad, it wasn't that bad. I mean, it was bad, but he was trying to do something really cool.
Speaking of things that aren't bad, though, Taimu going in and again just wrecking face with Widowmaker. He's been having a really good Widow game. I mean, he's generally has a good level Widow play, but this game in particular, he's been dominating.
Yeah, Too Easy is forced to switch off. Too Easy is the only one who can play Sniper on that team. He does have to come up on Sniper. They have to have an answer from Taimu.
Yeah, and 2easy going on Widow, this is going to clamp down on Taimu's ability just a little bit for multiple reasons, but we'll talk about that later. Tailspin going in, he'll take on Winghaven. The Sound Bearer is out. The High Noon was not successful. Tailspin going down as Voltage going in, and Unfix could be dropping a Deadeye of his own soon. Here's the Deadeye, picks off Taimu, getting rid of the threat one way or another, as both teams scrapping it out here on the point. Chip's not going to res up again anytime soon. Morte's res, of course, was used. And Reunited very close to getting control of the payload, and they're finally moving it forward.
Yeah, they're winning this fight, but they missed their big support combo that you often see. They got the resurrection up. Cruz had Soundbearer. He wanted to hit it. He got taken down mid-flight. You want to res Soundbearer immediately, then your team is in a huge, strong advantage and good fighting shape. They missed the Soundbearer part of that equation, but they're still winning this fight.
All right, Coco moving forward, drops the Earth Shard, gets not as much from it as he'd like, but still knocked down McCree in the back, and that might be all that Envy needs. Internet Hulk picking up 2 kills, and Envy now very content to keep moving forward off the Reinhardt. Internet Hulk in the back, and he's really been coming alive here on McCree.
That's a lot of kills for EnVyUs right there. 4 in a row. It's going to really just solidify this defense. I would be surprised if they don't try to take the roof. Now is the time to ride the elevator. Coco's going to get on it? Yeah, elevator time.
And now they have double McCree ult to fake it out for at least 20 seconds to get it back to 50% if they want to.
Yeah, Envy is holding all the cards here. Taimu gets a huge pickoff, takes out Morte. Taimu again, making this match his own, picking up the double kill there, and again, you must defeat my Taimu to stand a chance. I don't even know. 2easy needs to do more to harass him here, as Taimu and 2easy firing shots at each other, but that's really what Reunite needs to do. 2easy has to start controlling Taimu.
I mean, he has to, or they need Winston. And I think the other issue is 2easy is the other Winston on the team. And there you go, Winghaven immediately going to Winston, and Unfix going to double Winston. So it's what you're going to have to do. 2easy's going to make the kill, or Unfix and Winghaven have to create space for them to have options.
Almost landed a headshot on the Winston. Big fire going off. Almost kills 2easy. 2easy is looking for the Razzle Dazzle grapple shot. Voltage, though, rushes in, gets rid of the problem. Chips, though, holding on to his resurrection. Could be bringing Taimu back up sooner than you might think. He's still holding on to it for now. Sound Bearer goes down. Taimu's going to go back to base, but Tailspin coming in over the top with the double kill. Has the Deadeye. Could get more. Looking for more. Voltage jukes it around the pillar, so still a little bit of hope here for United to move forward. Resurrection coming in, though. Tailspin rejoining the fight. We'll see if this is enough, as right now the defense still holding strong. 3 extra kills here for the side of Envy, as Reunited struggling, trying to get things moving here with only 50 seconds remaining here on Hollywood.
Both Mercy's dead. 2easy has to be careful not to die, and he does, and that's going to set the respawns back even further. They're going to have to wait for 2easy to spawn. And I think they're only going to have one push left to push the cart the entire way to the second checkpoint.
It just exposes a little bit of the weakness we were worried about with Reunited. You've got four players on this team who essentially are very, very comfortable on single heroes who are not always ideal. And as Overwatch evolves and as teams run different compositions on different segments of the map, this map especially, it really exposes their weakness, that Cruz and Morte are only going to be on Lucio and Mercy, and that Winghaven just is hesitant to even switch to a Winston.
Talking about big plays, Coco with a beautiful Earth Shard, knocked down 3 people, charged in, got value, and that's certainly going to be the game here for Envy. Another successful hold. They're going to be going up 4-0, going into map number 3.
And I mean,
and
you
a
can
dominant
see
performance here.
There was a desperation. Triple Winston coming out of Voltage at the very end, just to kill Taimu. The only goal of the entire last 3 minutes of the game was to either kill Taimu or make him move enough to be able to gain control of the cart and to move it along, and they were not able to do any of that. And yeah, it's real tough. You know, it's not like Envy doesn't have Taimu's really their only Widow. And I think that's true. Is limiting as well, just because of how good Widow is right now in the meta, and that will change, of course, based on the things that happen, because Widow also needs to be toned down a little bit. Something needs to happen. I mean, it gets a little ridiculous, just the amount of shot, either ammo or the damage or the permanent wall hack for the entire team. They're all kind of crazy.
Well, the thing about Widow that's always going to be a challenge of balance is that bouncing a sniper for the very, very high end will mean that Widow will get nothing done on lower MMRs, and conversely, if you balance Widow for more casual play, she's going to be an absolute beast, even more so than she is now in the high end. So I understand that balancing Widow is a tightrope act. I can barely speak. We've been going on for so long now, but still, Widow balance is pretty rough. We'll see how things go. I mean, maybe she could get some tweaks here and there, but you do have to be careful because you nerf her too much because of the high end. You know, you bounce around Reaver, your average player isn't going to be able to do anything with her.
I mean, ZP, yes, totally true. You're a Widow player. I'm a Widow player. See, the only thing, my argument against is that I think people should learn to aim the gun at the enemy and shoot the person in the head, preferably, to kill them. And that's a good thing to have people new to Overwatch or this genre aspire to do, and that's okay. But that there are a lot of people now that can shoot people in the head all of the time, like every game, all day long. There's no recoil on this sniper rifle or anything. You don't have to wait for the gun to go back to aim. You can continually shoot with a charging motion of how the sniper works, and it's just really powerful. You have people hitting like 70% accuracy in this game with Widow.
And it's going to go up as time goes on. I mean, people will only get better and better. You are absolutely right on that, but Nambani is next up here. EnVyUs with a very commanding lead. In fact, if they get a gold medal here on attack, that will be it, and we will be heading into our grand final where EnVyUs gets a chance at the salty runback versus C9. Alrighty, so we'll be good to go here in just a moment. We are entering game. This is going to be map number 3, Nambani, Reunited versus EnVyUs. And here we go. Are you guys still here? Did Skype decide to crash?
No, I'm dealing with Twitch chat.
Okay.
I'm the ambassador into Twitch chat. I'm falling on that sword for you guys.
And this is the map that Reunited really needs. This is the one they wanted to pick earlier, which they didn't get a chance to. Haha. And now this is the one that is really they're gonna need to push them into the next map. Now, Too Easy is not be thrown so much. It is almost 7 in the morning.
They're tired.
They're
tuckered out.
So we'll have to see. I can understand them being a little bit fatigued in playing here, but this is a good map for them, and this is one that I think they're favored in to move this into a 4th map.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing that's causing a lot of player fatigue here too is that there's a lot of events all sort of collapsing around the same time. Of course, there's a tournament you're watching right now, and there's 2 lands on the weekend, so basically everyone on a little bit of a crazy schedule right now, especially teams that are participating in one of those lands.
I do have a ton of admiration for Reunited, though, just to fill people in on their story. They were branded as Fnatic very early on. They decided to splinter off, make their own thing. They're not sponsored necessarily by a big organization. Reunited is just these guys who like playing games together. They decided they're going to make their own organizations. They just recently started getting sponsors to support them, but they are grinding it. This is their dream, their job. They put in the hours. I have nothing but respect for these guys.
Alrighty, here we go. The match is underway. Reunited versus EnVyUs, and we'll see just what both teams have in store here as Reunited now tries to hold on defense. And for those who don't know, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but Nambani is one of Reunited's best maps. I've seen them be very consistent on here. EnVyUs is going to have a tough road ahead of them. So right now, Too Easy in the back. I think he knows there's a Tracer back here looking for the pickoff. He can get it, and he does! Takes out Internet Hulk for first blood in the game. Now, next challenge is up. He's looking for Taimu. Tailspin running around. Actually has a Zenyatta orb, so this is something we don't see as often nowadays. Sort of a nod to the good old days as Volataja takes out Harry Hook, and really good defensive position coming out from Reunited here thus far.
Well, it's a map that we expect them to take. They're very comfortable on it, and I think, like I mentioned earlier, I think they're comfortable on it because it plays to the composition they really like to play. It's a great McCree map, great for Reinhardt. They can just hold this top lead. Volataja is McCreeping.
He is McCreeping, and both Widows getting shots on each other, not getting the kill, but Tailspin gets in there, finishes what was started by Taimu, gets a pick off on the Too Easy, and now in a really good position to do some real damage to Genji, but no, Cruz going to take him out. Cruz somehow living and getting the killing blow there. So down goes Tail, big pick off there by everyone's favorite support hero, and Voltaja with a little bit of support. So Reunited getting a little bit bloodied, but still hanging in here on point A for Numbani.
I wonder if Hulk's going to stay. Yeah, Hulk does come off of the Tracer, and he's going to go to Winston. I think the idea for the Tracer was to really deal with the teleporter if it was up, but now they know that there's not going to be a tele up, that they need high ground initiation. He's going to jump to that Winston instead.
Yep, Taimu actually going to get hammered down by Winghaven there. Winghaven coming alive, looking for Tailspin. Will he be able to get it? Tailspin has to run for his life, coming dangerously close to that hammer. He's still in danger. That hammer ends up getting hammered anyways. His death was inevitable as Reunited hanging in there. They did lose the third on the point in that last fight. And he's slowly starting to make it, but oh my goodness, Winghaven's getting way too much done with W Mouse 1 right now.
Unfixed turret has been killing Envy the entire game. This Torb, I think, is actually MVP so far. The Unfixed was dead for the last 10 seconds and got the Tracer done. Pretty much was the final kills on the Winston.
I hope it's play of the game that Fuse dead. You just see the turret shooting everyone. That's the. Although I wouldn't have the upside of Torbjorn falling off a cliff after like that one Hanamura. But here we go. Harry Hook going in. He will take out that turret right away. Taimu looking for some pickoffs here. Does get a shot on the Mercy. Will he get the next shot? Almost gets it. Not quite. Too Easy is dead. I think got knocked off the ledge. Or blinked off, giving his response. I don't even know. Tailspin, though, coming in, is able to get the Torb kill. Has the Dragon Blade out. Has to put it away. Moving forward, though, is Envy. Finally getting some good traction here on the Bonnie. Winghaven swing the hammer, but it's not enough, and the payload will now be moving.
Still pretty solid hold, I think.
No, that was respectable from me.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, I'm still just kind of laughing at that turret, because you can ignore a turret for a little bit, it can be like a low on your priority list, but it can't be off of your priority list. It did so much chip damage throughout the entire fight. They finally prioritized it, double Winston on it, maybe an overreaction, but definitely have to deal with that turret. Taimu looking for a big pick here, he's damage boosted.
Too Easy knows where he's at. The railing actually blocked one of the shots. I don't know who that actually hurt there. I think it actually hurt Taimu. Railing being rather OP, Unfixing it, take him out, so again, Reunited hanging in there. They should be able to mount a good defense here before the next checkpoint. So there's a reason why teams in Overwatch kill the railings. That's because they block one or two shots before going down. And you don't know if it's going to affect you negatively or help you, but usually teams don't want to deal with it and they take them out. So railings, the stealth OP here in Overwatch. Wingman, though, with the Earth Shatter at the ready, could be dropping here in a moment. Not going to get the chance. Taken out by Coco, and now offensive sound barrier coming out from Envy as they are trying to move this forward. They're getting in on top of the point. Really interesting position here coming up from both teams as Too Easy explodes, gets the double kill. Recon Sight coming up, looking to get a little bit more if he can. Can't go through it. Tried to stall at the point. That's why he grappled in. Wasn't there in time, and in the end, that fight working out for Envy.
Yeah, Morte died way too early in that for them to have a real decent chance on it. They tried to stall it out a little bit, and now, again, with the creeping, the crouch walking, of course, trying to sneak up on people. Tailspin trying to get something done to get spotted out, though.
That was a good spot out. Taimu now looking for a few extra shots if he can get them. Taimu, of course, an absolute force back in Hollywood. Not having quite as crazy of a game here, but still very solid play in general. And Winston now getting deep in there for Reunited, pushing Taimu back. Still, though, 2 kills here for Envy as they move forward. Tailspin in a great position. Might be able to take out this Winston here in a second. Will get the Winston kill. Deadeye is at the ready, but no, the Resurrection again bring back up Voltaja. Doesn't matter. Taimu with the backup as well as Coco, and now Envy in a great position to cap this out.
It's up to you, Cruz. Get on that cart, Cruz.
I mean, Reunited played a pretty good point A, but ever since then, it's been all Envy, all the time, rolling through the streets. They are going to be killing Too Easy right now. And then, well, I guess it's going to get the ult off. That is going to stall.
Ooh. We do have a pretty big shot coming up from Winghaven, knocking down 3 people, moving in, not able to get the follow-up charge, and the sound barrier is sort of muting the effect of that, as Envy is absolutely swearing this point. The kill feed going in their favor, and Coco with the double Earth Shatter, going to get 2 kills and finish this out. That will be a silver medal time, so Envious now up a comfortable 6-0 over Reunited. Reunited now in a bit of a bind. They have to get, let's see, they have to do at least a gold medal time here, or that's it.
Now, I hate to be a party pooper, and this really is Reunited's map to win, and I think they actually put up a decent enough defense on point A, even though they got to roll through the second, third points of the map to win this map, to send it to a 4th map, but they're kind of, I think, emotionally and physically out of it right now. and I see this ending 3-0 right now.
I would tend to agree with you. I've watched a lot of Reunited, and I mean, you can just kind of tell just like based on the chat, based on even some of the hero picks, some of the plays, that they had. I thought they had some fire going into it, and the games were closer. But I think once they started losing, that it's just I would like to sleep and move on with my day, and they've said as much in chat.
I mean, they're going to give it their all there now, and they have a good shot of definitely winning this.
I don't think that they are not going to give it their best effort. My only question is, what do they have left in the tank?
Well, the other thing, too, is that for Reunited, they have a tough road ahead. They have to get Nambani down in under 5 minutes just to extend the series, which is possible, but they have to really thoroughly outplay Envy for the remaining maps if they manage that feat. But right now, if they can't win this map in 5 minutes, that's it. They are eliminated, and EnVyUs is coming back to try and extract some revenge on C9.
Right. Well, and EnVyUs also knows that too, so they can play a very stallish game if they want. Kind of what we've seen in traditional stopwatch as well. That if you set a great time, you don't really have to destroy the other team; you just have to slow them down. So they're going to run double builder. You know, I guess Slasher doesn't like Symmetra being called a builder, but she does build teleporters and sentries. Harry Hook's going to be playing that. Timu's going to be on Widowmaker, and then Hulk is going to be on Soldier 76. Coco, that second builder, on the Torb. Tailspin will be playing Junkrat, and Chips is going to be on Mercy, a very, very defensive-looking team. Internet Hulk and Timer are going to be holding high ground. There's going to be robots shooting at everything. Tailspin's going to trap up a room. Mercy's going to keep everyone alive.
And looking here at the offense, this is interesting. If they decide to stick with this, they're going to have Too Easy and Unfixed on a pair of double Genjis. We haven't seen double Genji in a very long time. Morte on Zenyatta, Voltage and Winghaven on double Winston, and Cruz rounding things out here on Lucio.
They're running a super aggressive comp because they know they have to get a great time in. So they're going to speed boost, they're going to double Winston, double Genji, and then they're going to throw Morte in with the Zenyatta to try to just really melt targets as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and Too Easy not wasting any time. He's just getting directly in there. Wants to start this out immediately. Unfixed able to take out that turret, but Internet Hulk punishing him for that. Taking out Unfixed. Still back and forth on both sides. Chips is down, and that's a huge pickoff. That means that if they're able to get a little bit more, there will not be an immediate res, but still, hey, Morte with the double kill of Zen. They're not out of this yet.
Yeah, a lot of really important kills.
Oh, but there it is. Tailspin coming right back saying, wait, you're saying that let me show you a triple Junkrat kill, and there we have it.
Harry Hook died and Chipsgen died, so based on respawn time, there's a little bit of an opening now for Reunited to maybe get in really quickly and try to kill them again before they get teleported down or res. But those 3 kills by Tailspin really were crucial here in stalling out time to let the defense reset.
The problem is it's such a long walk for the offense here. I think it might be the longest walk to first point in any of the payload maps, especially. So it's just really brutal for the offense. You have to win fights decisively. You have to keep your Mercy alive to have any chance of this.
Yep, and they're coming in, and we're going to see just what these double Widowmakers can do. Too Easy looking for the pickoff. Looking to get some revenge on Timu. No, Timu going to shut him down. Will Morte have his back? Now Timu trying to take out Morte. Morte has to run for his life. And he is taken out by Internet Hulk, and Too Easy not happy with this ping. Is that how you get Twitch chat to fill with salt? That's how you get Twitch chat to fill with salt.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned they really don't like playing on NA. They do because they want to play in everything, which they do play in everything, but they are not a fan of it. They've said as much many, many times. The fact that they were able to beat top NA teams on NA servers
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It really shouldn't even happen. Like, them beating Luminosity is not good Luminosity.
They've taken Cloud9 to the brink twice on NA servers. It's just, it's unbelievable.
No one can.
And right now, though, looking at the defense, Envy is being absolutely dominating here time-wise. Our timer actually started a little bit slower, so it's more like about 2 minutes and 15 seconds have elapsed. Wait, they're saying GG already. They just...
Yeah.
I mean, technically, they still could have done it in 3 minutes. We've seen...
No, they're tapping out. They've been going double bastion offense. It is over.
All right, so the early concede coming up from Reunited. They are out of gas. The grand finals going to be heading your way. It's going to be C9 versus Envy. Envy defeating the final team in the losers bracket for another shot at C9. But now, for those who are wondering, it is double limb, so they're going to have to defeat C9 twice. That's going to be rough.
I mean,
Well-
this is a great run by Reunited. To be playing from Europe entirely in North American servers for the entire bracket and to be beating top NA teams with 140 ping between 1 and 7 in the morning really shows how great of a team Reunited Riot is, and probably still solidifying themselves as the best European teams. Whatever issues they had at the beginning of the tournament, losing SG1 in the other event that he casted, and then this very slow start here in the Alienware event, I think they really, kicked it up another notch later on in the tournament to show how good they really are.
Alrighty, so we are going to be switching gears here, getting into the grand finals in just a moment, and yeah, I mean, it should be a good one. I mean, the first set in the winners final was absolutely insane, one of the best sets of Overwatch that has ever been seen, so we'll see if we can have a repeat performance. I think it would be a little bit unlikely. There's enough variance that usually one team or the other will get some sort of big advantage, but we'll see. But definitely well played, the Reunited getting that far. Unfortunately, they will make an exit. That will make them the third place in our tournament here today. And now, both C9 and EnVyUs have secured themselves at least $1,000 here in our tournament. The winner gets $2,000. The loser gets $1K, but still not too bad. Prizes up for grabs here for both EnVyUs and C9.
Yep.
Prize pools. Remember when we first started doing these tournaments in November, and we're like our $140 prize pools, our $240 prize pools for these same teams, actually, these same players when we first started in closed beta. So, come a long way.
So I think Reunited really did play great, but they do show a little bit of weakness in the composition and the meta going forward, and just really we are seeing, as you said, Hex, before, teams needing to have many of their players knowing multiple heroes. It can't just be one or two really they're designated the flex, and that's really good. But the absolute best teams are the ones where 4 different players can play entirely different, classes, where, from your main support into DPS, or your main tank into DPS, or your main DPS into off tank, or even like an attacking support like a Zen or something. And having that ability to do those different compositions is really helping out these teams, because it is very limiting in some ways when you only have one player that can do, let's say, the Widow or the McCree, and that guy can only do maybe one other hero, and there's no one to fill in that spot when you need him to do the off tank and whatnot.
It is by far my biggest concern for United moving forward, and just because since I've seen so much of them since Beta 1, I mean, ZP, you've watched them just as much as I have. Who's Valataja's second best hero?
He plays a second hero? I mean, as far as I know, I think he's only on McCree from now, or, since the beginning of time till now. I mean, we have seen him on different heroes right now. I think we'll see him on a 76 or something hit scam-wise, but he is the true definition of a McCree specialist. I mean, Valataja, McCree for days.
They essentially have 4 players who have mains, hard mains. Morte may be a little more flexible, and maybe not Mercy. He could play a couple other different heroes, but Cruz, Valataja, and Winghaven play Lucio, Reinhardt, and McCree. Now, they've been lucky so far, as every really good composition in Overwatch since the closed beta has consisted of a Lucio, Reinhardt, and McCree. But as that changes, and as teams are adjusting and running new metas and forcing different compositions, they have to adjust. Yeah, it's my biggest concern for them. Despite all the accolades and despite all my love for Reunited, they need to really take a look at that.
I mean, for me, for Reunited, I mean, I'm sort of getting to the point where I want to root for them in most tournaments regardless, just because they've been in the thick of things. They get top 2, top 3 all the time and sort of fall short, although they were playing with big handicap being on the U-Ping. Let's not forget that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the time where they take a major, like just come in and grab a major, because they've been so close so many times. It'd be nice if they fully got over the hump.
We jumping in.
They have won a few things here and there. I think there was one. I think it was a week later. They won, and they said we won.
Yeah, they're happy.
Yeah.
Are we in a new lobby? I accidentally left that lobby. It's getting late for us too.
We're staying in the same lobby. We're getting you in.
All right.
Now,
Grand final's going to be on their way.
Talking to some of the players, I think Cloud9 wants to end this right here, right now. They want to go off. Both teams want to, but for Envy to do this, they need to win 2 best-of-5s.
Yeah.
CP. So
2 best-of-5s, yes.
If Cloud9 doesn't want this to go until 2 or 3 a.m. EST,
that would be long.
Which would be around midnight their time, 9 a.m. for all the Europeans that are still watching.
Well, here's the thing is
They gotta
normally we
win
do.
right now.
Normally we would do a winner's interview, but I think the players, things have run a little bit longer than expected, so I think the players are just, their winner's interview will be with their pillow, not with us, but that is totally okay.